Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Be the Media Huntington. Tonight is Wednesday, March 4th. I am Jenny Lee, and we are back. We've been out for a few weeks, and tonight I have with me Miss Dana.
Hi, guys.
And Miss Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, so as I was saying, we've been out for, it seems like forever. We're usually off when the schools are on holidays, and we've had a few other things going on as well. So we are back though, and we are going to cover all the wonderful things that you thought we might have missed. So I was away. I was out of town. That was the 1 week extension, because if I'm away from the where all the controls are on this end, I have a hard time. Yeah, right. I'm the producer. So, so when I'm away, I can't do this. I was in Florida. I was playing a fairy godmother for somebody for their wedding and had a really good time with my best friend. So we were away for good reasons, not necessarily bad reasons. Like none of us are, well, we're all dying, but just not today. But we're all healthy for the most part. Just want to let y'all know that. Unlike some of the presidential candidates, but we'll get back to that near the bottom of the show. All right, so while I was away, you guys are going to have to talk about this one, because all I know is I started seeing stuff and I said, I'm on vacation. I'm putting my phone down, but something happened at 367 West Hills Road.
Oh, God.
Tell me all about it.
So, Denise was keeping us abreast because Denise saw it first, and she was telling us about something's going. She didn't know where it was at, but she knew something was going down somewhere.
I got the location up for you.
I was in the area earlier that day, because I was dropping my mom somewhere and I was getting Starbucks. I didn't see any of these. Long story short, it was a raid. And I still don't know what the raid is for, but it was a raid. And that even I went back to the house I went to look at the actual house like about 4:30, and there was still media and everybody was there. The house is beautiful.
It's up. It's in the background right now for you.
That picture doesn't know justice at all. It is a beautiful home.
Okay, let me
scroll. It's very extravagant. And my thought process is, if you're doing something illegal, why would you do it out of that house? I mean, big bullseye right there. When I drove by it, wow. I was like, maybe it's like a hole in the wall. No, it is beautiful.
There.
So, but
hard to miss it.
Very hard. Yeah. But Lisa, have you noticed they haven't done much media coverage on it?
They kind of just forgot about it.
No, I saw that he was busted and charged with illegally possessed weapons, and they found a gun range in the basement of his home, is what I was reading about. I know that they were talking about it on one of the other Facebook pages for a greater portion of today, actually, about what was going on in there and who would have a gun range in his basement. I mean, well, duh, he did.
Well, what felon who knows it's not allowed to have guns would have an illegal gun range in their home, or any guns for that matter? Because he is a convicted felon from prior arrests in the past.
What did he do?
Well, the biggest prior conviction was he was arrested for possession of pounds, and I'm going to say maybe 100 pounds. Maybe I'm a little on or off. Fireworks, and then one of the charges was endangering the life of a minor, because the child, the son was an infant at the time, and the infant's bedroom was right under where all the fireworks were that he was selling.
That's crazy.
And all that good stuff. That is a felony. I know one of the other felonies was something else that had to do with drugs. Lots of maybe I think it was like 200 pounds of marijuana I read.
That was his priors. That's crazy. Well,
That was
this
the
was
prior,
this was a takedown by Homeland Security.
and then other priors. So,
And the article here reads, this is by Peter Sloggart from the Long Islander on the 28th. Federal agents executed a search warrant at the home of Abraham Finkler shortly after he was arrested during a traffic stop involving 2 armored trucks, a helicopter, and dozens of agents with guns drawn. Finkler is facing gun charges, according to a source close to the investigation.
yep. And those fire bombs that they blew the door off of the house, that's what prompted the scare at Whitman High School. And that's why we
Right.
had a lockdown, because everyone assumed it was gunshots.
Yes, they thought it was
Because the
gunfire.
firebomb sounds probably like a shotgun going off. And then the fire bombs that I guess were the smoke bombs that
Mhm.
go off in the house, those sounded like gunshots as well. So it was a pretty ugly scene. And, a lot of people said that, a lot of the buzz out there was this is overkill. Maybe, but knowing the guy's priors, knowing that he's not a complete Boy Scout, who knows? Who knows what they could have faced inside the house? Was it overkill? Probably. But
For
hey,
guns?
got all these nice toys. They wanted to play a little bit, no doubt. But still, they didn't know what they were going to be, finding in the home, because this guy, guy sounds like he was bad news. And then the
I
other thing
can't-
about with the chimney company, he was in the Newsday last year when he got a ginormous tax break. Ginormous. Whew, that's another story, right? Whew.
Oh my goodness.
But I can't see all that hoopla for some guns.
Yeah, I know. That's what's got me
It
going.
doesn't sound-
And it's
They wanna
Homeland
play with those toys.
Security.
When do they get a chance to use fire bombs to blow doors off houses?
But
And
it was federal agents.
I know. And
I think something is, and then it's been hushed up. So I think it's an underlining somewhere
There's
because
something else there. If
You don't
anybody has
go
any
there.
tips, they can send them to us.
you don't go through all of that for guns
Yeah.
and
well,
fireworks.
we'll probably never know what Homeland Security knows. But according to this
never.
guy's past, he's got a very bad reputation. So we might never know
Right.
Just for fireworks,
really into. Yeah.
fireworks, a little bit of
Drugs, that kind of thing. Oh, come on. How do I don't want to ask the questions, but you start to say, how'd you get that big, beautiful house? What do you do?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. To
Yeah,
me, it's
good
too
job.
much. It's but for drugs, for reefer, I thought maybe a meth lab
Right.
was
Like when I started
No, no,
looking into where
that's-
Jeffrey
that's
Epstein got his money and where it actually takes you, which by the way was Victoria's Secret. When you start looking into like where people get their
Sure.
money, it gets creepy. Oh, please. You
Yeah.
have. Mm.
But you got to realize, Dana, when that guy was arrested for the first time with the drugs and the guns and the fireworks, he was 24 years old.
Oh, he's like
His
in his
child was an infant. Now he's what, 38, 39?
yeah.
And a castle and a gun range and
yeah, but that doesn't make sense.
God
Why would
knows what
you-
else?
Why would you do that knowing something is just not right?
Right.
You wouldn't do something like that in your own home unless you're a complete moron.
Or
and-
something crazy, like you're a super spy, CIA, Mossad type agent, crazy involved.
Somebody knows
Yeah.
something that we never will.
Just
And
dump it all on. There's something there. There's something there.
House- and I'm not one to rave about houses. That house is bananas.
Yeah, you guys were saying it looked like there was a pool on the top, and
It's
I don't
crazy.
know. All I know is I have enough common sense to probably stay away from figuring out a little bit anything else about that house.
I also heard there's a snow machine and a ski, like a ski slope in the backyard.
Oh,
don't know.
that's super cool. See,
It is
don't know.
cool. It is
they get
cool.
all the really cool toys.
I told
Alright.
my kids, get ready. You're gonna have a rich white stepdaddy. When we drove past the house, I said, "You see this, kids? I don't know who he is. I don't know what he look like, but get ready. He's about to be your new stepdad." And they
Yeah.
were like, "Are we gonna live there?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yahoo!" I was like, "See, mom knows what to do."
Yes.
Nice the house was. I was like, "Jeez." It's really, you got to go there and look for it yourself. It's really breathtaking. It really is.
I would imagine that house, because Google Earth is usually a little bit behind. Um,
You
Google
just
it.
drive down West Hill Road and
You
you will
see
see
it.
it and go, oh, that's it.
Because no, and don't get it twisted. They have some nice houses over there. They really do. And you see, but like you said, Lisa, when you're driving, you're like, oh, okay, well, it can't be that bad. Because you see some of the houses, like, oh, okay, now these are houses I expect. But then you get to that house and you're like,
Dang.
yeah.
who does that? I
It's
was like,
just,
that's
doesn't
attention.
belong there in that beautiful neighborhood. It just doesn't belong there.
And it's like an emblem that they stamped in the beginning of the driveway.
That's egotistical. Well, while we're in the same
Monogram your driveway. I mean, who does that?
while we're in the same, well, Mafia does that. While we're in the same neighborhood near West Hills, we take you over here, right, a little bit further. West Hills Day Camp is shutting down. That's a huge loss to our community.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well,
what
the first thing I thought of was, oh, damn, what developer got to him?
Mm.
yeah.
That I thought of, and
I can't imagine what the taxes are there. I really can't imagine what they are because he's got a lot of property there. It's owned by Kevin Gersh, and he announced last Thursday that he's closing the camp because of low enrollment.
They have 3 pools?
Oh my goodness. One,
Oh,
two, three. It's huge. They have so many
Gigantic.
things here. It's beautiful here.
That's where all the ghosts are. Road. Still.
But it would be a shame to see a developer get their hands on that.
What you said, Lisa?
That's where all the ghosts are.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Who's ghost?
Ghosts? You don't know what ghosts? I told you I have to take you down there.
That was
Never
an episode last year on the
Oh.
Ghost Hill.
You'll never be-
I remember we covered it.
I'm a pack.
Alice on the Hill or something like that. So there's been a lot of other things going on too. What do you want to talk about next though? No, this was a crazy one. Let me bring this one up because this one's got the good visuals. I'm actually really upset because they completely pulled a bait and switch on us. Hold on. I got something else trying to come around. Hold on, I've lost my buttons. It's been a while, so here we go. This is better now. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I get lost in my own buttons sometimes. Okay. Hotel Huntington,
Oh, God.
the Old Town Hall. This was supposed to be a 55-room boutique hotel, which is usually defined as 50 or less guest rooms, non-chain. They were very specific about it not being a chain property. It was supposed to really fit in with the town. So this is the original town hall. The only thing they're going to keep is the fascia, the front of it. So I've already seen that they've already started construction.
So stupid.
And it's heartbreaking. It's
There's
going to be a Hampton Inn. It's going to
Can
be.
I say it? Can I
Go
say
ahead.
it?
Do it. Say it all the time.
Well, I'll spell out one of it. There is no FUCKING parking.
That's not part of the approved list.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, let's just go ahead and throw that in there for good measure right now. So Lisa had to spell out that dirty word, but this was a new rule that was put up on Huntington Matters today.
Wow.
For the last few years, they'll delete you if you say the word ass. But they've decided now that they're allowed to, this is a test program on Huntington Matters. This was sent to me. That's why I copied it the way I did. It was sent to me in a private message because I just don't even bother looking over there, but this was too hysterical not to cover. June's new rule today is that they were introducing shit, ass, and bitch as the words you're now allowed to type.
Oh my God.
On their Facebook page, and they're going to let the
But I'm going to still be banned because you're not allowed to say dirtbag.
right, can't say dirtbag, Lisa. That you
No.
cannot say.
You're
Okay.
banned because of friend Jenny.
I'm banned for life. I
Right,
know.
and you can't be friends with me
No.
because
Because
like-
I'm your friend, I'm a minion.
you're a minion. So, but I just thought we'd go ahead and point that out because Lisa had to spell out that there is no parking.
AING.
Parking. There's no parking in the town for the Hotel Huntington.
There's,
Um,
there's no parking in town for us right
No.
now.
there's nothing. There is
So-
no parking at all.
Who
It-
thought it was a great idea to put a hotel there though? Like who's gonna facing a cemetery?
Isn't that part of the Renaissance? That's part of the Patron.
Era, right?
Era.
Yeah, this was all
Yeah.
done under Frank Petrone. There, I told everybody there was so
Okay,
much coming down the
like
pipe
someone-
with that.
Stop it. I
You
mean,
can't, it's been approved, then they sue you. It was already approved, it was already voted on.
And then when nobody comes, it's gonna become a shelter or
yeah,
a welfare hotel.
You know, they do have the homeless that they
That
have
happened.
homeless.
There was a La Quinta over there near Costco's and Home Depot over there in that Comac area. It's right like on a real weird back street of an industrial area. And they built a La Quinta there. The La Quinta
Right.
Hotel,
oh,
welfare hotel.
Wow,
Is that what we really want?
no, but that's what we're getting.
I don't know.
that's what Don Patron wanted. That's what's gonna happen.
How unfortunate is that?
It's a sad, I mean, it could have made a really beautiful boutique hotel and still maintained
Yeah.
the character, the old town hall, been built smaller. Now it's bigger and it's a cookie cutter and it's just, it's so infuriating. And they've already started construction. Go down there, you'll see, like, and we did an episode, a whole episode on classic galleries about a year and a half ago, and we walked that whole corner and we showed everybody what was all down there. And we'll try to get down before we come back next week and have some footage. Maybe we'll go down there with my camera. I love doing that.
Where
The roving.
knows where we'll have to park.
So, years and years and years ago in my lifetime, I remember when I used to be asked at the grocery store if I would like paper or plastic. I was given a choice. Even though those were my choices, I was given a choice. And then the environmentalists got involved and said that we're cutting down way too many trees. And we needed to replace the paper bags with just the plastic bags. And this happened in our lifetime. And then in New York, about a year and a half ago or so, they decided in Suffolk County that they were then going to now, to get us to use our own bags, charge us a nickel for every single one of these little plastic bags. So on March 1st, they decided that there is a complete ban of all of these little plastic bags now in the entire state of New York. So now, it's just a history lesson, young children. When you go into the grocery store to pack your groceries, you will now be given paper bags.
Because we don't care about the trees anymore.
No, screw the trees. Got turtles.
Yeah.
You get turtles. You got
Right.
turtles. You got turtles. So we are now down to, so I just want everyone to know you can buy your own plastic bags on Amazon.com. I got mine, or you can reuse your dirty little bags and try to wash them. The same ones that you're going to forget in your car. But either way, you're still going to pay now a nickel to destroy that tree that you used to get to destroy for free in New York State.
Screw the trees. We have turtles.
Yeah, and these are the laws. So I just wanted to update everybody because the one thing we certainly all do have in common is we all have to go to the grocery store. We are all impacted by that.
Well, I didn't have to go until my dad died, but now I have to go. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Ate the grocery store. And I went today and they had the paper or plastic, but I didn't know about it because I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. And poor Blake was like, well, what do we do with these? How do we pack these? And I was like, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You don't know how to open the paper bag?
I don't know how to put bag. I don't know how to pack and all that stuff. I didn't have. I didn't. You know, I didn't do those things.
You put heavy stuff on the bottom.
You don't put the eggs on the bottom or the
Right.
Oreos on the bottom. That's all.
Girl,
And
we had bread, eggs, the
don't put
cans.
bread on the bottom. Yeah, that's not a good
We
idea.
learned today. Somebody will have a mush sandwich tomorrow, but hey,
Yeah, we used to use those paper bags for everything like covering our school books and,
I remember. That's what I remember.
and we
Paper
would do
bags.
art on them. I used to love those. And and my family, very Southern family, fried chicken was always on paper bags. Paper bags or newspapers.
Well, that's what I put bacon on. You put a paper towel on a paper bag,
Uh-huh.
and then you put the bacon on the paper towel, and it soaks into
Soaks
the
it
paper.
up. That's
And you
right.
put- and that
We-
was it.
We reuse that stuff like crazy.
That's all we used our paper bags for, and the book and the book covers.
Book covers. I love the book
I got
covers.
to draw anything I wanted on my book. Oh, I loved it. And then when I was all done drawing on it and doodling on it, I changed it.
And it looked good. It looked nice.
It always looked good. Always.
Ah, so we have a couple of things politically going on. There's a special election coming up on April 28th for the assembly seat. It is the 12th assembly seat that was occupied by Andrew Rea when he made that move up in the political world by becoming the town clerk. So
Because we're tired.
he's now the town clerk after his mom retired. He was voted in, so he'll be staying in Huntington. I'm sure he appreciates not having that long commute to Albany all the time. But the people running for that is a man who I've seen this guy's name. He's really jumped on the LIPA bandwagon. His name is Mark Antonio. Have you seen him around? I think it's
What's
Mike
his name?
Mark Antonio.
Mm-mm.
Let me see.
He's
M-A-R.
around. I don't know who he is.
No? Here, maybe this will ring a bell. Duke Law School. Oh, no, this is, well, I mean, this doesn't tell you much, but he's running for assembly. So I don't have much on him because I didn't set anything up for him, but this is his thing, his whole Facebook page over here, New York Assembly.
Oh, Michael. I thought you said Mark.
No, Mark Antonio. Mark
Oh,
Antonio.
I know this guy. I know him.
Yeah, his name's been all over social media for the LIPA thing.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I think I actually talked to him.
Probably. This kid?
Yep. Yes, it is. I spoke to him on Sunday. I met him on Saturday. The NAACP had a regional luncheon and he was there with his campaign manager.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's running against a guy by the name of Keith Brown on the Republican ticket. I haven't seen much from him. I was only really to get something from him off somebody else's, but we'll get his. They're just not making a lot of noise. You know what I mean? I want to hear more noise. I want to hear more.
Yeah, the Republican's name is Keith Brown.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Didn't see that name at all.
You don't know the name? This is,
I-
I got his picture up here.
Seen that on social media. I haven't seen the name and I haven't heard it anywhere. Wow.
There's some sort of event with him in it. So yeah, there's a special election on April 28th for that seat.
I wonder if he's for the judge.
The judge, no, speaking of judges, wait, let me go get my picture. Don't judge me. Haha, speaking of judges. Speaking of judges,
One way to do it.
shoot, I just lost my screen. Hold on. My screen's super big. Sorry about that. So the guy that was hired and then fired and then hired again, I guess got sworn into office. Let me see. Is that what happened there?
Yeah.
Because I know that this popped up. Like I said, I was gone for a week and I had to go kind of check. Okay, he is the first chief administrative judge in the town of Huntington. It was on George Washington's birthday, history being made in Huntington. Here I am pictured with my friend, newly appointed Judge Josh Price, who's the first chief administrative judge in the town of Huntington. He's our new
Right,
judge.
right. Wait, my hand's up.
Go ahead, you can speak.
Don't you have to be elected to be a judge?
No, you can get appointed.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, you can get
What?
appointed.
The judge of what?
They moved all the stuff down to town hall now. So if you put in a shed or whatever, you have to go appear in front of the judge at town.
Oh. Okay. All right, whatever. Judge. He's gonna judge you on your shed?
Yeah, well, hold you to town code and that kind of stuff.
Like a castle on West Hills Road? Kind of judge?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, those types of things would
Oh,
definitely.
it's all making sense now.
It is all
Be at
those
all. I
things.
don't know what I'm saying.
I guess they don't want to make it criminal anymore.
It's weird.
No, that's it. You good, Dana?
I think she's choked.
I don't.
Are you sure? Because I'm going to
He's-
segue if you're not good.
He's one of the most vile people that I know. I heard he was prancing around in in the supervisor's office with his robe on. I don't take, even when we were talking about him and I when he did get fired, remember I felt bad and I came back on because I don't take things like that lightly.
You did. You did.
And I'll never forget, I saw him at an event and we were there, it was to honor Nick Ciapetta. And he when I went to, extend a greeting to him, he kind of looked like he was disgusted. And whenever we would go to Gene's thing, he made it a point to come over there and just be the biggest jerk. So not ever since, that just closed the casket for me, but I don't see how they appointed him to be over anything. Someone who takes pleasure in firing people. Do we really think he's going to give people a fair shot? And the Republican committee is really saying a lot by putting people like him in there. And Hector should be careful because
The executioner.
he's the executioner,
Yeah.
and he's the hatchet man and all this other stuff.
But he
And-
enjoys it. He's the executioner that isn't being forced. He likes it.
And then Hector's running around endorsing him. Hector doesn't have the great reputation himself. Endorsing somebody like him and you plan to run again is not a smart thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Dana, question for you.
Hmm.
Was he wearing anything under his robe?
Did he
No.
have on the belt buckle?
Ew. And it was so creepy. Like you really could have brought him up on sexual harassment for that.
I know.
For the comments he said after, and that's who they picked to be a judge.
I know.
That was really creepy and disgusting.
I know.
And you want me to believe that he's going to do something fair? He doesn't even like Black people. At least in 2020, most people who don't like Black people keep it to themselves. He's open about it. Don't get me started. My pressure's going to get up.
Okay.
Woo!
So that is crossed off the list now. We've covered that requested item.
About to take y'all to church.
Okay. Just for argument's sake, I did finally find that one. Sometimes I get it together, but I come backwards. I'm a little rusty, but this is the one that the Democrats had selected Mark Cantantonio to run for the 12th Assembly seat. That's where I got, and by the way, that's a really good picture. It's a really good picture, but I'm still gonna have a hard time voting for Democrats. Okay, I just want to cover two things at a state level, and then we can go into a free-for-all over Super Tuesday, if you don't mind.
Super Thursday, you mean?
Super Thursday. But first, we have to stay with New York State. And this one was actually kind of chilling. This new law that expands Cuomo's power during the coronavirus outbreak.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It basically allows him to make any law he wants. I'm going to give you a measure of sanity here. He can
Like
get,
what?
well, first of all, they already did the one where they can quarantine you for any reason if they feel that you're sick. Now we have this mystery virus going around. So this was on Monday, and it's really messed up. After 9/11, we did not give our governor this much power. This was basically the ultimate power to have you quarantined or to enforce, override any law. He has the ultimate power over anything now and doesn't have to go through anything. It's insane. Governor Cuomo signed a law Tuesday that expands his emergency management powers to a move that drew bipartisan criticism, but that the Democratic governor said is justified by the current coronavirus outbreak. The new authority was paired with the appropriation of 40 million, I don't know where the hell they got that, to help officials contain the disease. As of Tuesday, 2 people in New York have tested positive for coronavirus, which has infected at least 100 people around the country and resulted in 9 deaths in other states. Mr. Cuomo requested the funding last week, but didn't release the bill until after sundown on Monday. Both Republican and Democratic lawmakers raised objections to the legislation in a debate that stretched until midnight, but the measure was eventually approved by a strong bipartisan margin. These are uncharted territories. Government has to respond, Mr. Cuomo said at a press conference on Tuesday. The measure gives Mr. Cuomo new power to issue directives necessary to cope with a broad list of potential disasters, including everything from a fire, a tornado, or to a cyber event to a volcanic eruption. I know, but
Wow. I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
I want my vote back.
And so this coronavirus thing. So he's got this law now that he can pretty much do anything, and anybody quarantine. We've got this mandated vaccinations. It's going to take, they're saying, about a year out before they can come up with the vaccination anyways, right? But it's absolute panic. Lisa, yes, tell us what's going on at Home Depot.
Oh, there's no sanitizer. There is no more soap that you use with water, which people don't really want. And there are no Clorox wipes right now, but we did get a truck in tonight, so there will be some more tomorrow. And there are no contractor masks at all.
Lisa works at Home Depot now, by the way. But we
There
won't
are-
say which one.
there
We don't want anybody to go there.
It's really crazy. I had a man, I was unpacking some soft soap today, and I literally had a man come and grab them out of my hands, out of the box, before I could even take them out of the box. And I had lining up in the aisles demanding I tell them where the hand sanitizer is. And it's really, really scary. And there were, over the last few days, there were people walking around that aren't contractors with masks. And it's really scary to me. And, I don't care how anybody else feels, but it is scary for me. It's making me anxious, and it's making me really nervous. All of it. And especially
The
when you
news is really pushing it. The news is
is.
really
They
pushing
are.
the panic.
They
Yeah.
are. And it's working, because I do have fear in me, and I do have a little bit of panic at times, especially when my son is leaving on an airplane to go back to work in LA. So I don't want to cry right now, but
I was just on a plane twice. I was in Chinatown. I'm actually scared. I'm scared to cough at all and all of a sudden, like
yeah,
there's
me too.
people on the plane and wearing the masks and stuff. And it's just,
Yeah, I know. We can't contractors were like freaking out today. we had people up at the pro desk going, you have to order me masks. I can't order them on Amazon. They don't have them at this place, this place, this place, this place. They were just wrapping places off, and nobody can find them anywhere. And it's really crazy.
Yep.
One guy I saw on Facebook today, some guy used a coffee filter and tape. And the guy's like, well, I guess I'm going to have to try coffee filters then so I can go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
Yeah,
And
I saw that post. I told him to bring a friend and wear a bra.
I saw that too. Yeah. And then I went to Bed Bath & Beyond the other day, looking for some stuff for my kitchen. I went to Bed Bath & Beyond instead of going to Amazon. I wanted to give them the business and see it in person, you know, like we used to do in the old days. And there was another couple. They had a mask, medical masks on, and they bought every single hand sanitizer in Bed Bath & Beyond, every single one in their cart. And it annoyed me because I wanted to buy one and they had them in their cart. So it's a little crazy. But if you want to know how to make your own hand sanitizer, I could tell you.
Go, tell us.
Aloe vera gel. Get it while you can still find it. The rubbing alcohol, and a couple of drops of essential oil if you want a scent. And that's how you make hand sanitizer. You're
I'm just gonna wash my hands and keep
Or
my
you
hands
could
off my
do that.
face.
Yeah, or you could just do that.
I mean, we have how many deaths here
Not
in the
that
United
much.
States? I think we're up
Nine.
to 11. It's either 9 or 11. It's mostly in Seattle. Okay. They're talking about the deaths and they're really focusing on that. China has an obscene amount of deaths. I think they use this as an excuse to depopulate their own people, because the places that you're seeing it, the percentages are a lot more lower as far as the people who got it and recovered. Those are what they're not telling you is the recovery rates. It's a 2% death rate, and that's going based off the numbers they're seeing coming out of China. You've got people running around. So what are the symptoms? How do they test? Do you know what tests they use? I
No?
do. They're using the MERS test. It's the Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, the MERS, right? They're using that test and they're looking for if you have a fever and if you have, what was the other thing? It was a fever and a cough. And they have this test for MERS that they've been using, and then they'll watch you. So they're reporting on people who are being monitored for possibly having the coronavirus. But then the people who are dying, what they're not telling you is they're all in a certain age category. In fact, what they started reporting today finally was they're not seeing a lot of children getting sick from this.
Yeah.
It's mostly the elderly or people with a predisposed condition.
Well, they already put fear in you because they were just focusing on those that were affected, boom,
Right.
boom, and dying and dying and dying. So they literally already put that fear in you. And I'm a scaredy cat, you know. So yeah, they put the fear in me,
But
and
that's because you still believe the news.
I sleep at night. So you know, they got me. You know, it's
They've
sucks.
got a lot of people in these.
Sure they do.
What I tell people is you can tell who's still watching the news based upon their level of fear. You can tell who still watches the news and earnestly still believes it, because what you're being told, let's put it this way. How many people die from not having the insulin that they need for diabetes a year?
A lot.
25,000 people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, and that's totally curable, because if we're throwing $40 million just to respond to this virus that's killed 11 people out of 330 million in the United States, then why weren't we able to provide insulin at a low or affordable cost to people to reduce the death there? So they're completely using this as a way, because panic sells, fear sells. People who are scared look for information to get better, and they look for more government to help them not get sick. You're not going to get sick. Your chances of you getting sick, you're more likely to get hit by a truck, honest to God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't need the government to tell me to take my vitamins and to, you know, and to wash my hands. I don't need the government to tell that.
So
'cause
South
everybody-
Korea started
Okay.
treating their patients with, they're doing the intravenous vitamins that they say are helping the people that they have. They're giving them an extra boost of vitamin C and vitamin D intravenously, and it's helping. So we've just been taking a double dose of vitamin C and vitamin D just as a precautionary measure and washing our hands. Other than that, go about your life as normal. I walk in these stores and I see some of the shelves that are empty, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what would happen if there really was a real disaster?
If you
Like-
go to the Depot right now in Huntington, the shelves are empty. You cannot find Clorox wipes. The Lysol, we had maybe 10 cans left, the 16 ounces, which are $5.87. And the 16-ounce can at Walgreens was $8.99 yesterday. I mean, oh my God. And that's it. And everything else is gone. All the soft soap, all the hand sanitizer, it's gone.
Well, at
Fine.
least everybody's gonna have clean houses.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
time Huntington cleaned their shit up, which is
Oh
now
my
on the
God,
approved
that-
list of words that can be said on the internet as per June. Shit up.
Listen, get out of your house, clean your ass, bitch. Oh, I said it all.
Ass bit. Yeah, we have the list.
got
We're gonna make a song out of it. It's gonna be our new intro.
Please don't.
Okay, we won't. It's
We don't need that one.
all right. So before we get into the Super Tuesday stuff, which I love getting a little bit of the national stuff in when we're able to, I just want to remind everyone that there is the St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's the 86th annual parade this year. Come down and make sure we all get snuggled up and get everybody's germs all over each other and
God.
spread the love.
When again,
The what?
remind everybody when it is
Oh, parade steps off at 2:00 this Sunday.
this Sunday. Okay.
This Sunday, which was March 8th. Yes, this
Get the
Sunday, March
Oh,
8th.
you have to say hello to me.
I will try. I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I'm probably going to be with marching band this year instead
Okay.
of my husband and the Hibernians. I don't know where my son's going to be. They're fighting over him right now.
Okay.
Who gets Liam? Who gets the Liam? So okay, it is Wednesday. We are a day out from the primary that happened for Super Tuesday for the Democratic primary that's happening. So what do you guys think of the field now? I want to hear from Dana on this so bad. Dana.
Lisa, I'll let Lisa go.
No,
Right.
I need to hear from you, Dana. I haven't spoken to you in a while, girl.
Person, I have to be a lady now.
Now, let me tell you, the Democrats, I believe, have honestly, I think somebody did voodoo on them or something because they
They've
just
got a virus somewhere. They've got a virus. I'm telling you.
something's yeah.
They do.
Something's not right because out of all people, they pick Uncle Joe. Now,
Good for-
remember in the beginning, I was Uncle Joe's biggest fan. Let's
I
not
was going to
forget that.
actually clip that for and let you see that later.
Said that I was Uncle Joe's biggest fan, right?
Thank you.
But Uncle Joe is really Uncle Joe now, like the uncle that you just like, yeah, get him everything because he's gonna make a mess. They isolated Bernie because they don't want him. So what they're doing is the people who really wanted Bernie now are gonna sit home on election day because they didn't allow their candidate to get in fair and square. And now he's gonna, I believe he will use either Stacey Adams or Kamala Harris as his running mate, which will appeal to the African American voters for those ones that like them. But he's still going to be Uncle Joe. So they can put him with whoever they want to. He's still Uncle Joe. So all their objectives the whole time was to beat Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump was in the Antichrist. That was the biggest thing. And free Medicare, free healthcare, and erasing the student debt, right? But Joe don't know nothing about none of those things. So what we gonna do? How we gonna do? And Joe cannot remember. Joe forgets everything.
Super Thursday.
Super
And Joe is a
Thursday.
little freak. He likes touching girls and women.
And he can't tell the difference between his wife and his sister.
He smelled a baby today. He smelled a baby.
Oh,
Or how
God.
about how he yells at some of these people? I mean, what did he call? He called her a dog-faced pony liar. Like, he called her,
Dog-faced pony soldier.
you're a dog-faced
pony
pony soldier. That's right, Lisa. You got it.
And everybody was saying, oh, I'm just saying that because he stutters. I don't care if you stutter or not. My son stutters. We can understand what his point is because he's excited, so he stutters. But when you don't know what you're talking about and you stutter, that makes it even worse. I'm
Well,
just like, what? What's going on?
Remember, his campaign slogan in the beginning was "No malarkey," and he got such
Right.
bad feedback on it that he had to change it. But there's just so much here, like, and we haven't even gotten into the Burisma stuff yet.
I just don't
That's what
think.
bothers me so much. That's what pisses me off. It just
Lisa, that's your party. That's your party.
You're the
Oh,
Democrat, Lisa.
No,
That's
I'm not.
Ina's the Republican.
Stop embarrassing me by telling
That's your
me
party.
that. Never again. Never, ever again. Ever. I will bury my head in horse manure. Never again. Ever. I will never vote for a Democrat again. They are embarrassing. They are disgusting. They're bullies. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And Cuomo, between Cuomo, Nancy Pelosi. God.
Nancy's a mess.
Oh my God. That's the party that I belong to since I was 18 years old. What the F?
Like, nobody even talks about the impeachment anymore.
No,
Like,
nobody
and
talks
it just happened.
nobody
Like,
talks
no, it
about
didn't.
pro
It didn't.
Joe. Nobody talks about quid pro Joe anymore. Now it's, oh, Biden versus Trump. Only Biden can beat Trump. He's the only one. You are a bunch of lunatics.
They,
And
they-
everyone,
God, what am I
everyone
watching
keeps saying that, right?
now?
So
Bloomberg out? What a
Bloomberg dropped. Bloomberg was the one who had the money to possibly go against Trump. But here's what everyone
God.
keeps forgetting. Your electoral college still determines who your president is.
Right.
So if they pick Trump before, hello, your phone is ringing. They're probably going to pick him again.
God, I hope so.
actually, do you want
So
to see some interesting statistics? I posted it today, but I think now is really a good time to highlight it. Let me get over to Tracy's page. I swear she woke up this morning and we were on the same wavelength with thinking about, they weren't reporting, they were only reporting the Democrats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They weren't reporting anything on the Republican, and the Republicans were having a primary too.
Well, how many people didn't vote Democrat?
So here, let's just go through this together, because this is one of Tracy's really awesome threads that she did here. So Arkansas, okay, just listen to some of these numbers. It gets crazy. And she says some of the numbers, especially for California, because California wasn't done being counted, okay?
Mhm.
Arkansas, Democrat turnout up less than 1%. The R turnout was down 40%. Now she does a comparison based upon 2016 and 2020. So Biden 2020 gets 92,584 votes. Clinton in 2016 got 144,580, right?
Oh.
Sanders in 2016 got half of what she got. Clinton, 64,868. But here in 2020, he's getting less, 51,117. So his support is dwindling. Now here's Trump. In 2016, Trump, the people who showed up to primary, 133,144. This year, 237,826,000 people. He doubled the people who showed up in his primary. Okay.
Wow.
So if
Wow.
you combine these numbers and do like math and use this as an example, Trump beats Biden by 145,000 votes and beats the entire top four in the field combined, Warren, Biden, Bloomberg, and Sanders. You want me to do another state?
Holy crap. Yeah, do California.
California, Democrat turnout was down 41%. The Republicans are on,
How much to go back to? Okay, Trump
Go.
did what?
I got you,
He
whatever.
didn't go. He didn't. The Trump didn't beat him by 2. He didn't jump up 2.
What? Which
What
one?
was the number? The one she gave
Arkansas?
before. She didn't. He didn't jump up by 2.
This year, 145 would beat Biden. So it's going to be the
No,
237 minus the 94.
But you said that Trump doubled. He didn't. If he doubled, that number would have been 266.
Yeah, no, almost
88.
doubled, almost doubled. 133,144.
He's far from almost doubling. But I mean, he did increase, but he's far from doubling.
All right, 100,000 more for argument's sake. Maybe a little less because that's a 7. But either way, so California, but the numbers weren't in. Do you want me to skip California because they weren't complete?
Yeah.
Okay. Massachusetts, Democrat turnout down 13%, Republican turnout down 52%. That's a lot down in Massachusetts.
What-
Okay.
Massachusetts
He
sleeping.
loses in this Massachusetts head to head. Biden 2020 with 459,730. Clinton in 2016, just to compare it, got 603,000. Sanders in 2016 versus 2020, 586,000 to 362,000. That number's going down.
That's a lot.
Trump also went down. What's going on in Massachusetts?
Yeah.
2016 to 2020, 311,000 to 231,000. North Carolina, Democrat turnout is up 17%. Republicans are down 29%. Biden this year, 568,000. Clinton in 2016 got more than Biden, 616,000. Sanders in 2016 and 2020 got less than Biden. Okay, it was 460,000 in 2016, but in 2020 got 318,000. That number's going down too. Trump, in comparison, in 2016 got 458,000. In 2020 got 747,000. 458,000. So there's a common theme that isn't shared by every state. But you want Oklahoma or Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Democrat turnout is up 37%. Republican turnout is down 29%. Okay. Biden 2020, 215,000. Clinton, as comparison, almost close, 245,000 in 2016. Sanders 2016, 2020. 2016 Sanders is 120,000, less than Biden, and up a little, 128,000 for 2020. Trump is up just a smidge. 2016 was 332,000, which is still more than all of them, and up to 339,000, just a bit.
Wow.
260, more than doubled in Oklahoma. Democrat turnout was up 38% and Republican turnout down 58%. Biden 117,000 compared to Clinton in 2016, 139,000. Sanders 2016, 2020, he was 174,000. Now he's down to 77,000. Trump 2016 to 2020, 130,000, 273,000 in Oklahoma. Texas is bonkers. Texas would be the last one. People are saying Texas is a purple state. No, it's not. Democrat turnout is up 37% and Republican is down 29%.
Wow.
Biden, 661,000 for 2020 compared to Clinton. Clinton beat him big time in 2016, 935,000 to his 661. Sanders in 2016, 2020 was 475. He's up to 592,000. Trump 2016 to 2020, he was 757,000, still more than Sanders at his high point, just below Clinton at her point. This year, 1,879,000 showed up for the Texas primary for Trump. That's more than doubled.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for her to get back with the Michigan results. But when you look at it in that context of what the media is not reporting, think about what are they reporting? Have you heard anything about Trump's primary?
Nothing.
There's other people on the ticket primarying him.
Who?
I heard nothing.
There's this unknown dude. I saw the ballot when I was down in Florida with my bestie. Her daughter, I guess, registered recently to vote, and and there's 2 other people on the Florida primary, which is held, I think, March 7th. Because I said, Amanda, you have to vote in this primary because he's being primaried on the ballot. And she's like, okay, I will. But the point is, look who's energized and look whose party isn't. And even though the voter turnout seems to be down as far as registered voters go, and then who really is that Trump voter? I've always said it's those people who gave up on politics and aren't hitting on anybody's radar. People like me, I'm not registered to a party. So I don't get counted as a Republican turnout.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll see.
It's a lot, right? I thought her numbers were incredible. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy. Tracy's awesome. Tracy Beans. She had an incredible show today too. Dark Delight is her podcast on Uncovered DC. And she had a guy who does statistics and all this for a living. And it's kind of interesting that basically it's being said that they're pushing for Biden because Bernie is just too crazy to be the takeaway that the Democrats want for the Democrat Party. And they know that they're losing already. So instead of throwing a good candidate away that they want to use in the future, like Buttigieg or one of them, they're going to go ahead and just throw away Biden, who's crazy anyways. He doesn't even know where he is. So let him fall on his sword because we know we're losing this race anyways.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't share that outlook, but we'll see. I always keep it to the last minute. So I pray Trump doesn't get back in, but I think my prayers will go unanswered.
You're still welcome to come to my election party.
You know what? I'll be very honest with you. I would come to any party you throw. I mean, but you have some friends that I fear that I would get into a physical altercation with because of what they say. And it's different when you have Twitter fingers or Facebook fingers, and then I see you in public. You don't keep that same energy. So to avoid any of that, I think I'll sit that one out. But if whatever you and John throw, I'm always.
Well, it's actually a birthday party for my husband.
I know,
Don't
talking
forget to wear
about politics.
Yeah.
I have a MAGA hat. Don't forget to wear it and bring your pom-poms.
Yeah. I mean, even if you did that, I still would go. But some of your friends, I know they don't have.
You got to remember, my Facebook friends aren't necessarily the people I break bread with, and you know that.
Yeah, but there's some of them that you do, and I read their comments, and I know for a fact that you have friends. You vote for Trump, and we talk about different things, and we don't agree. Lisa votes for Trump, and so does Denise. People who I really like, Mary C, and we can have a discussion. But you have some friends that I know that you talk to, and they say some outlandish stuff, and I'm like, I don't know you, but it sounds hella racist to me, and that will create a problem. So to avoid that, I'll admire you from a distance.
Okay. I don't know who that is. We'll talk privately about who that is, because you'll probably discover that I'm not as close to those people as you think I might be.
Maybe.
Sharing our same presidential vote doesn't mean we share the same bread breaking.
No, and you and John, I love to death. John and I always talk,
So anyways, those are his friends, not mine, Dana. No.
John, she's throwing you under the bus.
Right under the bus. Oh,
she's
goodness.
on you.
He's never going to come on for that sewage update for us interview that I wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
But on that note, I'm glad we're back. I'm sorry we took such a long away, but we'll be trying a little bit harder to come
Yeah.
to you more often and frequently. And we appreciate all the time that you do spend with us. So do you guys have any final thoughts?
Just that construction going on New York Avenue. If anybody really knows what all that construction is,
All the
Uh,
way down New York Avenue.
well, from like right before, like where all those atrocious apartments are being built by the Walgreens to like past the Home Depot down by, like down by the cemeteries there. There's construction all over there. Just curious what it's all about, digging up the road. They're
From
up
the
on the,
train station trestle all the way down to the Big H.
yeah, and even past that. I'm
Right.
just curious if it's related to all those apartments, or I'm just curious. That's all. Curiosity.
The only thing I would like to say is that I think we should start a petition to have Judge Josh recused because he's just an awful person. And I don't think he should be a judge.
Jesus.
Oh,
She's like,
You want
put
to
it on
you want to start a petition with me, please let me know.
Ah,
Because he's probably the worst person for that job. And I feel for anybody that has to go in front of him. I'd rather move before I go in front of him.
oh my God, I hope you don't get a ticket.
yeah.
I would probably just pay the ticket just to avoid him.
Yeah. Oh, oh,
You have a
one sec.
woodpecker in?
I told you I was going to do it that time. We got the timer. Yay!
Nobody
Right.
has to ring the gavel.
I know. So we are back and we will see everyone next Wednesday. We hoped everyone enjoyed tonight's Huntington View. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.